Carlos King knows just what to do. Get a bunch of women, rise them up from the dead, that hasn't had a career in years, put them all in one house together like a bad girls club with a little mix of a making a band type of tea, put them all together, get this cockamamie ass project to make them do some music together, different personalities clash, and give us a whole bunch of reality TV from yesteryear. Nostalgia at its best. Now let's get into this review. What's up? What's the business, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for the first ever review of BET Presents The Encore, okay? I have been waiting for this shit from the moment I heard them bringing it out, okay? Because we saw a viral clip, I think a little bit, maybe last year sometime, they had like Keely on there with Farrah and Farrah Franklin, and that's the only thing that I was disappointed about, was the fact that Farrah wasn't there for me to laugh at and make jokes about on every review. That's the only thing that I was really disappointed about. But other than that, this cast is pretty much, what word am I looking for? This cast is the bomb diggity, okay? The bomb diggity, okay? I didn't know how this shit was gonna work out when I first saw the cast, but this shit is on point. But when you got Carlos King behind every goddamn thing, you already know what you gonna get. He gonna give your ass a show. Pretty much simple and plain, okay? Now we start out with the girls from Cherish, Felicia and Fallon. I think they're the twin girls of Cherish. Now, for those of you who are not R&B music heads like myself, you may not even remember Cherish. But Cherish came out back in 2006. I was in the 12th grade. They came out with Do It To It. They also had a song called Unappreciated. 2 years later, I was a freshman in college, and they came out with another album. They had a song called Shawty Is a Killer, and they had a ballad out called Amnesia. Didn't really do anything on the charts, but great songs overall. And they can sing. Let's give them that much. Next up is Pam, okay? Pam was a part of the trio, bad boy trio, Total. And if you don't know who Total is, Total came out back in 1995 with their first single, Can't You See, with Total as the lead singer and the sexiest stud I had ever seen back then, okay? She's been through a couple of things in life, but at the end of the day, that's what she was to me back then. Like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Back in the gap, I thought that Pam was a stud out of her mind, and she was probably the finest stud I had ever seen in my life. But that's just real fucking talk. I'm just sorry, but that's just what it is. Meet Nivea! Now, Nivea was never a part of a group. Nivea was always a solo artist. And most of you may know her as the voice behind Mystical's Danger. Been so long. He's been on. She also had solo hits with Don't Mess With My Nigga. I'm sorry, Don't Mess With My Man. She also had I'm Headed to the Laundromat. She had 25 Reasons. And she also had a crunk and B record called Okay. And she has a very much popular song that was never a single, but an album track. Is very popular. It's called Complicated. And she had another song that was on the radio called Parking Lot, which was one of my favorite songs by her. Meet me at the McDonald's parking lot to fuck. Pretty much. That's what that song was about. Shamari. Now we meet Shamari, okay? Now Shamari was recently on The Real Housewives of Atlanta 2 seasons ago, okay? But those of us who grew up in the 90s know Shamari from being a part of the platinum selling group Black, who are proteges of Left Eye from the group TLC. And if you don't know who Black is, they had the song written by R. Kelly called 808. They had Bring It All To Me featuring Lance Bass of NSYNC. They also played in the movie Bring It On. And the last single that they had was a song called I'm Good, which was on the Honey soundtrack produced by Darkchild, okay? Shamari was the lead singer of the group, and Shamari still knows how to sing. But she looked like a Diet Pepsi version of Monica. Aubrey. She's a part of the most overrated group out there called Danity Kane. They have 2 #1 albums. Their biggest hits was Showstopper and Damage. And Aubrey could never sing to me. I just don't know why she's here. Then we meet Lamisha and Irish, the 2 sisters from the group 702. And like I said, if you grew up in the 90s like I did, you know that they came out with Stilo. They had Get It Together. They had Gotta Leave, All I Want, Where My Girls At. And then they even dropped the third album when I was in the 8th grade called Star, with one song called Star and another single called I Still Love You. That's their other hit record. Okay, well, it really wasn't a hit. It was a flop like hell, but that's the song that I remember. And last but not least, we're meeting Keely Williams, the professional chicken thrower from the groups 3LW and the Cheetah Girls. Now, I mostly know Keely as a girl from 3LW because I didn't fuck with the Cheetah Girls on the Disney Channel. I didn't really fuck with nothing on the Disney Channel at all, okay? So I don't know none of the Cheetah Girls records, not none of them. But I do know 3LW's records. And of course, she is one of the ones that the most famous record from Keely as a lead singer is No More because of her iconic first verse, the opening. Yeah, she started it all for the lisp having bitches like myself, okay? So shout out to Keely for that. But they also had another album called A Girl Can Make, which was severely underrated and slept on. They had the first single, I Do, and the second single was Never Get Enough featuring Lil Wayne. But in addition to No More, they also had Players Gon' Play. Now, from the very beginning, we can already tell who the bitches of this show is going to be. And that's Fallon and Felicia, who all think that they're better than everybody else, when they are probably the least accomplished than everybody else. Almost the least accomplished. Like, girls bye, okay? They all talked about different experiences that they've had in girl groups. They don't like the stigma that girl groups have, that girl groups can't get along, girl groups are this, girl groups are that. So that is pretty much that is pretty much the thing with them. Like, all girl groups hate that stigma that girl groups can't get along, girls can't be in no group together, all of that rigmarole. But it's all facts. They can't be in groups together and they don't get along. I hate to say that, but that's just the facts. It really is just the fact. Now, Fallon starts shading the other girls like Pam and Lamisha. She starts shading them. And I'm like, okay, these two brat doll looking bitches are going to be the death of me. I look like I'm going to be dragging their ass the entire goddamn season. Okay? Because they're getting on my nerves all the fuck ready. Like, who the fuck are y'all? That's what I'm trying to understand. Because most people don't know what the fuck a cherish is. Okay? Let's make that clear. Most people don't know what the fuck a cherish is. You lucky I know. So shut the fuck up. Okay? Like just, I haven't even began to go off on them bitches now. Trust me, I haven't began. So Keely decides to tell the girls that I'm here for a specific reason. I'm not here to be a part of a group. I really don't want to be in a group. I'd rather be the creative director. So Fallon and Felicia was not down for that shit at all. She wasn't down for it, period. And they start going in on Keely. And they were just making it sound like they don't need to be in this situation, like they're bigger and better than this situation, like they are above everybody in this situation. And I'm trying to figure out, how the fuck are you above anybody in this situation? How, Sway? How are you bigger than any goddamn body in this situation? That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, what killed me is that one of them was like, we don't need this. We don't need this. And then, you know, Lamisha, the girl from 702 that was working at the Holiday Inn, she stood up on their ass like she was finna whoop their ass. And I already know that she will. Like, we don't need this. We don't need this. Like, we do this, we do that. Girl, if you didn't need it, you wouldn't be here. You girls love to get on reality shows acting like you bigger and better than everybody else on this bitch when y'all are not. If you didn't need this shit, you wouldn't be here talking about, cause she need this. She need this. We don't. Bitch, you need it just as well as they do, okay? Shut the fuck up, okay? Because first of all, who the fuck is Cherish? Y'all only got 2 hits. Who the fuck are y'all? And the 2 hits that y'all got ain't touching half these other girls' hits up here. Let's go down the list. Your hits don't touch Totals. Your hits don't even touch Blacks. Your hits don't even touch 3LW nor Cheetah Girls. And I don't like Keely. I actually detest Keely. But the fact is, she got way more accomplished than your ass do. Y'all got one itty bitty gold album and you think you're doing something. You ain't doing shit. These other girls have sold tons of more records than y'all ever have, okay? I don't know about Nivea, but as far as these other girl groups, they have done way more work and sold way more records than y'all have, okay? So let's not talk about what the fuck another bitch need and what the fuck you don't need. Bitch, you need it like they fucking need it. Who the fuck are y'all? Who the fuck are y'all? That's the part I'm trying to understand. Who the fuck are y'all, bitch? Okay? Like, y'all know I've been trying to lay off that bitch word, but when I see women acting like fucking bitches, I'm gonna call their asses out. Woof woof, bitch. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do. Because they were being fucking bullies, okay? And I don't like no bully ass bitch. Period. Yeah, y'all keeping up the drama for the show. Yeah, it's cute. I love it. Give me something to talk about. But y'all are being bitches to that girl, period. And Keely, from one lisp bitch to another, you supposed to have read both of them hoes. You would have read Natari. Why you ain't read them? You got punked out by these damn Bratz doll ass bitches. Like, come on now. Like, I'm very disappointed. So later on, Felicia and Fallon decided that they would stay in the house. They're going to stay. They're going to try to make this work. They're going to see what can happen with it. The next morning, Pam and Felicia and Fallon, they all prayed together. And it's pretty obvious that Miss Pam going to be Reverend Pam after a while. Because she going to talk about God every second of the way. They could be cooking fucking tacos. And they could be standing at the stove cooking them motherfuckers. And she'll be, you know, if it wasn't for God, we wouldn't have this meat, this seasoning, this cheese, this lettuce, this tomato, this sour cream. None of this if it wasn't for God. Everything gonna be about God. If she go and take a piss, it's gonna be about God. If it wasn't for the Lord, I wouldn't be squatting my ass down here to take a piss. If it wasn't for God. If she gets into it with somebody, it's gonna be about God. I wouldn't have to curse this bitch out if it wasn't for the Lord. That's what she gonna be doing. I'm telling you, that's what she gonna be doing. So then we get a pleasant surprise. A pleasant surprise. And that surprise is, see the big baby! Cause I'm a grown black woman. This is a Cedrica, baby. Y'all don't understand how much that was my favorite fucking show on BET back in the day. My favorite show on BET. Baby, I love me some Cedar's World, okay? And I was heartbroken when the shit stopped coming on. Bitch, when I tell you Carlos is bringing out all the stops, first of all, he bringing all of us black ass people back to BET. Because I can't tell you the last time I looked at any damn thing on BET, including the BET Awards. I ain't looked at shit on BET in quite some time now. But Carlos done brought my ass back. Shout out to Carlos. But yeah, he done brought back Cedar. Cedar, of all things, Cedar. And I know a lot of y'all was giving Cedar some fever because she looked old, but bitch, she wasn't gonna look the same damn way. Like, it wouldn't be realistic. It just would not be realistic. But Cedar was running it down, telling them what they're about to be doing and shit like that, and what they're expected to do. So after Cedar is gone, Fallon and Felicia apologizes to the women. They wants to try to make this shit work. They wanted to be able to be a cohesive unit. Keely ain't buying it, Irish ain't buying it, and neither is Lamisha. They do not see them girls. They see them for what they works, and they are very manipulative and bitchy. That's what they are. So it's the sing off, and we see who can sing, who can hold a note, and who can't sing. Now the ones that can sing are the Cherished Twins. Nivea can sing. Shamari blew it out of the water. She sounds better than just about everybody up there. Who else can sing? I think it's just them four. Nivea, the twins, that's 3, and Shamari. Those are your strong vocalists. The ones that can hold a note. Pam and Lamisha, that's who it was. Pam and Lamisha, they can hold a note. But the ones who cannot sing, Irish, Keely, and Aubrey, they cannot sing. Period. So then Elijah and the other producer, I think it's K9 or K something, but they come in and they want to go in the studio with the women and discuss the direction of music. Now, I think that Pam and Lamisha and Irish were on the same boat. Like, they were on some Coco Clemens type shit. Like, listen, there's certain music, I can sing anything, but there's some things I don't want to talk about, like sex and stuff like that. I'd rather not talk about that because I'm a Christian. Lamisha was like, I've been married for 21 years, and there's some things that I don't want to sing about. And Irish was on the same level. But Aubrey didn't agree, and neither did the twins. Then they started doing choreography, and a lot of these girls can't dance. But one thing about Keely probably can't sing, but the bitch know how to dance. She was probably the strongest dancer outside of 3LW. I will give her that much. Now Aubrey talks to Fallon and Felicia, and she proposes the idea of the girls having 2 different groups, because that's exactly what's going on. They have split in half. There's a certain group of girls that don't want to sing a bunch of you know, basically they want to be on some Jill Scott tip, and then these other girls want to be on some Megan Thee Stallion tip. So Aubrey decided to bring the idea to the twins, and they was like, well, I'm down with it. Like, I don't really want to sing the same stuff that they want to sing about. Like, I'm down with it. So basically, clearly it's a creative difference, and it's causing a clear divide of the group. So Aubrey comes to the rest of the girls and proposes the two different group scenario. The girls are not here for it. They feel like all 9 of them came together as a super group. That's what it should be. The twins feel like 9 people in one group is not going to work. If you have 9 women on stage, it's only for everybody to sing "We Are the World." That's facts. That's true. When have you ever seen a group past 4 people work? I don't even like groups that's more than 4 people, to be honest, because I didn't like Danny Kane being it was 5 people. It was weird. It's an odd number. I don't like it. Just the same thing with Day 26. 5 damn people is too many fucking people in the group for me. And 9 damn people, you may as well make a compilation album if you really want to be real about it. So that's what I think. But the girls feel like it's a divide and conquer type of thing. And they was like, well, if you had a group, who would you want to be in a group? I would work with the twins, and you need a 4th person, so I'll take Shamari because I love her voice, blah, blah, blah. So the other girls talk, and they talk about everything in regards to Aubrey's idea. They talk about it with Felicia, and Keely feel like that's some bullshit and it's very divisive. I get it on both ends. It's a creative difference. These 4 girls are willing to sing whatever, and these other 4 girls have limitations. So there's a creative divide already. So why not just work with the girls that got the same interests, and then work with the girls, this other group of girls that got the same interests? I don't really think it's about who you click with and who you don't click with, but I think it's more so about a creative difference. That's how I took it. Irish then discussed the death of her twin Orish. You guys already know that when the group first started, Orish was a part of 702. When the group got signed, she was no longer a part of the group, but she did still tour with them either way it went. So the death really affected Irish, and that was a lot for me to watch because Orish died of cancer. My uncle recently passed from cancer. We just buried him 2 weeks ago now at this point. So that's I'm still in the process of grieving. He died right here in my home, so that's a lot to take in. So I definitely understand, even though it's been years for her, but it's very fresh for me. So I totally get it. Cancer is a motherfucker. So I think it was Fallon that told Aubrey what Keely was saying. Then after she told her, Aubrey said, whenever we're in the same room again, I'm going to confront her. And then Keely was walking back in. She said, it looks like it's going to be now. So Aubrey confronts Keely about what she said. And, you know, Keely didn't back down to it. She still said what she said and stood on it. I don't like Aubrey. I already don't like the twins, but I also don't like Aubrey in her 9th face. I don't like Aubrey, period. Like, I don't even know why she's here. She can't sing. I never seen it for her. It's just, she looked like her face looks like melting yogurt. Like, I just don't deal with that. I don't fuck with her, period. So I don't like her. And then she's over here with them obnoxious ass Cherish girls who think they better than people. Recipe for disaster. But that was my review on the Encore. I know it's probably damn near 20 minutes. So yeah, so I had a lot to talk about, but I thoroughly enjoyed the show, okay? I very much so enjoyed the show. However, I will be reviewing this every week. And then you know that I will be reviewing this every week. So, however, if you like this video, be sure to like, rate, comment, and if you're a first time watcher, subscribe and share this video. Do whatever you see fit. If you want to follow me on any type of social media, my Twitter and my IG is at the bottom, okay? With that being said, you guys, I am the hell out of here. I gotta work in the morning, which is when you'll see this video when yeah, whatever. But I'm out of here, y'all. Until my next video, I'll holler at you later. Peace out.